This is the KoperCrabb Podcast.
I'm Cheney Crab.
Naveen Copperwise coming at you after hours edition.
After hours. Don't forget to like and subscribe and, comment, whatever you guys do. Buy a t-shirt. We're going to leave a link in the description. Coffee cups are fucking gone. You guys bought them all. Can't believe it.
No more coffee cups?
No more coffee cups. They're all gone.
Word.
They're all gone. And we're signed to Metal Blade Records, you guys.
Yeah, buddy.
It's the secret that we've been dying to tell you guys and subtly hinting at for the last 3 months.
Cheney's just out with it immediately. Right off the gate.
Well, you know why? It's because Naveen has actually put out a record on Metal Blade before.
Yo, check. Okay.
You put out Flesh Rot on Metal Blade.
Yeah.
But to me, Metal Blade... Okay, so in my top 10 records of all time, like Flesh Rot, Black Dahlia, Cannibal,
Yeah. All the
Revo,
best bands.
it's like...
They're all on Metal Blade.
And they're all on Metal Blade. So, Job for a Cowboy.
Yeah, we're honored. We're honored to be on the label.
We're super honored.
Okay, hold on. You said it, but let's... Well, first of all, let's say that Shane and I have been celebrating. So we're a little bit drunk.
We're a little bit drunk. We were celebrating tonight because even though we've known for a while that we were signing to Metal Blade, it hasn't been announced to the world until today. So today we were like, we're going to go downtown.
We're going downtown.
To Abbott Square, the spot in Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
And we're going to party a little. So we
know about a secret weapon in Santa Cruz that nobody knows about.
And it's called chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate. So
the restaurant Chocolate, if you guys, I know that some of you live in Santa Cruz, and if you are not...
Really? Some people listen to this podcast in Santa Cruz?
Definitely.
That's sick.
Raise your hand, throw it up if you live in Santa Cruz, shoot this episode a like, subscribe, comment, wind chime, whatever you like to do. And I know some of you live in Santa Cruz, and you should go to Chocolate if you're not fucking with that restaurant.
So Cheney and I were downtown one day having a couple drinks. Mm-hmm. Abbott Square is like this conglomerate of restaurants and bars that's in like a little mini mall, and then there's a big outdoor area.
Well,
needless to say, that's really popular right now because of Corona.
It's like a new version of a mall cafeteria. It's without the mall because malls are out of style.
That's right.
No one wants to fuck with the mall anymore, but everyone wants to fuck with the food court.
It's like just the food court, and it's really, really nice.
It's just the food court, but it's like the bougie version of the food court, and it's got like the nice drink spot. What's it called? Copper and Ford or something?
Front and Cooper.
And we've been watching a lot of Bar Rescue lately, so you could say... Okay, we just started watching. We watched 3...
We got your new bar. It's called Front and Cooper.
We watched 4 episodes of Bar Rescue last night, to be specific. And one of... What's his name?
John Taffer.
One of John Taffer's favorite things is to go into a bar and, like, take everything that it's about and, like, just really feel the essence of a bar and, like, when it's on its low... And he's just trying to do the complete opposite. Yeah. So he goes into this bar that's like 2 boxers made the bar, and it's called like Undisputed. And he changes the name, and it's like a boxing bar, and everyone's getting at it in the bar. And he goes in and he's like, "All right, guys. All right, I'm going to totally flip this. And I know that 2 boxers own the bar, but I'm going to change it. And like, I'm changing the name to...
So that one was actually So-Yo.
Oh, that was So-Yo?
That's So-Yo.
He changed the name of their bar to So-Yo.
The thing is, they were way about it. They were like, oh, shit, fucking So-Yo,
But
bro.
John Taffer's favorite thing is to go into a bar, take your friendly neighborhood bar, and just turn it into exactly what they never would have thought of, and it's not about at all.
Yeah.
Like, he'll take a boxing bar, and he'll be like, we're turning this into a Cosmo bar. And it's
Meet your new bar. It's called So. Anyway, we looked up the bar because my favorite thing to do is look up the bar after the episode.
On Bar Rescue and Hell's Kitchen, that's our favorite thing to do is look up, like, has it lasted?
And the answer is always no.
It's always no. And sometimes it's really fucked up, the answer.
It's like shot. So Soyo had like a shooting in front of it and like a bunch of crazy stuff going on. But anyway.
So far, we haven't seen a bar on Bar Rescue or Kitchen Nightmares that has made it.
No, but the thing is, the stat is that most bars and restaurants don't make it. That's the stat.
I know. I always think about that. And shout out to any of you guys if you're like, if you just started a restaurant or a bar and you're like trying to do it.
Well, apparently someone from Lupolo listens to the show.
Yeah, but Lupolo is a successful bar. I think we can. And I really feel like the restaurant business and the bar business, they're the easiest to look at and say, oh, I could do that. Yeah, and I could take that on. But they're the hardest to actually succeed at.
Right.
So.
Chaney and me giving bar advice. We don't know anything about bars whatsoever.
But bringing it back.
We have seen 4 to 5 episodes of Bar Rescue.
We've seen 4 to 5 episodes of Bar Rescue and 2 whole seasons of Kitchen Nightmares.
Yeah, definitely.
And so we also have watched Gordon Ramsay go into prisons try to reform the prison kitchen program.
So you could say that we're experienced. But
incredibly experienced.
Back to what we were talking about.
Neither of us have ever worked in restaurants.
No, not even close. But man, should we go on another side tangent about jobs that we've had, or should we get back to the point that we were trying to make?
I don't even know the point.
The point was Front and Cooper over at Abbott Square. It looks like the finished product of Bar Rescue. It looks like it's been rescued.
I know. And today when we went in there, we were trying to imagine what it may have been before, which is right now it's like
it was like the sandy clam shell.
Because right now it's like a bar that you would imagine that John Taffer
looks like he worked his magic in there. So you got a really nice bar in Abbott Square. And
they have all the chutneys. They've got all the, what are they called? The compotes.
Oh, compotes. Yeah. And then
they have all the compotes.
Restaurants. Well, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, Chaney and I are over
the
there.
restaurants serve things such as Italian home-style personal pizzas, like bomb wood-fired pizzas, and like
good stuff. Craft burgers. And
there's a Cat's Cloud coffee spot in there. But I'm saying, if you guys know what Cat's Cloud is, look it up.
First of all, it's called Cat and Cloud.
Oh.
Hey, we said this wasn't going to be a very good episode. So it's the after hours. But anyway, Chaney and I were over there.
You want to tell everyone, why do you have
my glasses?
Dude, you look so... It's hard for me to keep a straight face with you having sunglasses on the whole time.
Wait, did we talk about going to Florida?
I don't think so. Okay, so here's the thing. Full disclosure to you guys. We shot an episode 2 days ago, and we were going to... with our friend Bill Overender.
Yeah.
Great merch guy, great TM. He's done the merch for all the stuff. He's the best dude. But we were like, we can't let this week go by without like mentioning, that we
last
got
minute
signed.
We were like, well, wait a minute, we dropped it that we got signed today, so we kind of want to do an episode
about that.
But we already got that out of the way. So
well,
now
because
we do
here's
a whole
the deal:
episode.
we're going to my sister is getting married this weekend, so we're going to Des Moines. We're gonna celebrate our wedding.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be here to shoot the episode next week. So we're going to throw you guys the Bill Overender episode next week. That's our boy. And this week we're going to throw you we just got signed to Metal Blade episode.
So it worked out.
I can't remember where
I remember where we're at. I'm always keeping this conductor, keeping the train on the fucking tracks.
What's up with them?
Okay. That's still a tangent, but we'll get back.
Okay.
So the sunglasses, we went to Florida as well.
Yeah.
So we were in Florida, family. I think actually, wait, was that the last podcast we did? We said, hey, we'll see you guys when we get back from Florida. Was that it?
No, I think we had gotten back from Florida.
No, we were like,
yeah,
we're
we
going
did.
to Florida.
Yeah, no, we got back.
Grandpa's having a birthday.
No, we got back. We got back.
So the last episode we did was just us, or we have a guest?
No, it was just us.
All right. Well, anyway, we went to Florida. It was really cool. It was for my grandpa's birthday.
Yeah, because we ended the episode, And I was like, we went to Florida for Henry's 95th.
Okay.
And you were like, that's a whole nother story, which it is.
So my grandpa turned 95. We went to Florida, celebrated.
Holocaust survivor.
That's
Holocaust fucking survivor.
Yeah.
He's got to be like one of the last.
He's one of the last ones.
2,000 on the planet.
He's one of the last Holocaust survivors. Actually, my dad wrote a short book about Henry.
Yeah.
That's my grandpa's name. About his story. And actually, we'll drop the link for the book. It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
You guys can pick it up.
I wish that I had my copy to hold up in front, but it's a really good book. He interviewed Naveen's grandfather, Henry.
Yeah.
And wrote a book out of it, and it's called One Last Jew.
Every Last Jew.
Every Last Jew. Not One Last Jew. Every Last Jew.
It's on Amazon.
It's really good on Amazon. Naveen is currently editing the audio version of it, so that
my
will
dad
be
and I
up
linked up. He narrated the audio book.
Yeah, which Naveen's dad, great dude, great narrator,
Shout out
great
to
storyteller.
Dad. He's like, when are we going to have me on the podcast? Which is, I don't know, we could do it.
Which
if you guys want my dad on the podcast, drop a comment.
Like and comment.
Drop a comment.
If we get 10,000 comments that say that Mark,
I think everyone's probably already checked out of this episode, but we're just having fun. Let's have a cheers. Look at, dude, we're having fun.
Cheers,
dude. That looks like three. The way that the cameras are set up, that looks like 3 hands just cheered. So there was a mystery person.
That's really cool.
But
yeah, we signed a metal blade.
Hold on.
Oh,
Jenny,
sorry.
We got to stay on task here.
I don't know what the task is
at all.
We've got
2 stories that are unanswered.
Sorry.
Okay, so first story. We were in Florida. When we went to the beach. We stopped by a liquor store real quick. And I saw these fucking glasses chilling in the liquor store. And I was like, those are fucking sick. I'm getting those. $12. So I've been wearing them all the time. And Cheney's been watching Howard Stern, and that dude's always wearing sunglasses. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it out, dude. And when we did the podcast last night with Bill, I wore them. Wait, was it last night? No, it was on Sunday. And I was like, you know what? Wearing glasses on the podcast is kind of sick, dude. I feel like like an alter ego, you know? So that's what's going on with the glasses. Now let's get back to the story of Abbott Square and chocolate. So we're at Abbott Square. Everyone's mom is there getting crazy because that's where the moms go. You know what I'm saying, Cheney?
Well,
back me up here.
Also, Santa Cruz is like wine country, which means that all of the moms are coming down from the hills with their hats and their cheese trays.
Dads.
And they've come to frolic in their...
Yeah, so all the moms and dads left the kids
now
with the sitter, and they're like, we're going to
They're
Abbott
at
Square.
Abbott
We're going
Square.
to go get crazy. We're there. We're like, this is great. Now, around the corner, Cheney's like, hey, we should try out this restaurant called Chocolate. I've heard about it.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, let's go over there. Lo and behold, they have the strongest drinks on the planet.
Dude.
And they're made not all of them, but they're made with chocolate if you want it.
They have, like, half their drinks are made with chocolate, and half of them aren't. Thank you. Half of their drinks are made with chocolate, and the other half are not made with chocolate. And tonight, I opted for a strawberry drink.
Yeah, which straight up said triple shot of vodka.
In each one.
Yeah. So tonight, we went back to chocolate.
We did.
And we got a artichoke and cheese fondue with bread.
Because we're
and
Santa Cruz.
We had a couple of drinks. I had a chocolate mint mojito. 2 of them, by the way.
Yep.
And yeah, we're celebrating.
And I had 2 strawberry drinks, and then at Abbott Square, I had a mezcal drink.
Yeah. So we're feeling toasty, and then we had the idea, hey, let's make a podcast. That's a good idea.
To celebrate.
And now we're here. Now we're home. We're doing the podcast. So we're having a cheers.
So anyway, if you live in Santa Cruz and you like to eat out, go to Chocolate. Strongest drinks in Santa Cruz. They're also chocolatey drinks. Also, they have the best desserts in Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
Also, best fondue pots in Santa Cruz. Also, if you sit at Chocolate and you dine in and you sit on their patio, you feel like you're in Europe for just a few minutes.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's a little European vibe. Which I guess most people listening to this won't ever do that. But remember, Cheney, we were offering the KoperCrabb
Dude, I was gonna bring that up.
sweepstakes.
I was thinking that we're total assholes for not.
Well, wait a minute. Why can't we do it? We said
No.
do
I
it.
was just thinking that we were. Excuse my French, but we are being asshole-ish for having brought up the Coco Bolo thing and not following through with it.
Okay, let's follow through with it. Because we did have a taker, didn't
Here's
we?
what I think we should do.
Taker.
We had several takers.
Well,
to be
I
honest
also
with you
offered
guys,
it up for $100, which is like, I should have probably
I know.
said $200.
To be honest with you guys, we Naveen probably should have said 200, but that's okay. But what we should do is we should have something like a sweepstakes where people email in about staying in Coco Bolo, and you might not even have to stay in Coco Bolo. You might get to stay in our house because they might
want to stay up in Coco though.
But
Coco's
I think
sick.
that we should have like one person. And you know what I was thinking? Because earlier today we were thinking about, since we announced that we're signed to Metal Blade, we were talking about how we would really like to have a CD release party, an album release party at our house.
True that.
Because we think our album will probably come out around like February, March 2022.
Word.
So what would be really cool is to have somewhat of a sweepstakes and have that person come and stay in Coco Bolo and party with us and all of our friends for the album release party.
Damn, that's a good idea.
I think that would be really cool.
That's the sweepstakes.
So that's what we're going to do.
All right, we'll do the Coco Bolo sweepstakes. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Write in if you'd be interested in doing that.
Yeah.
And we'll figure it out. That's the sweepstakes.
Totally. But I mean, Shane and I are obviously beyond happy and super grateful that this whole Metal Blade thing came about. It's really cool, and already so far everybody there is really like on the level, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that makes a huge difference. Like, yeah, the Metal Blade, that's a good name and everything, but it seems real. No, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It seems real like personal. Totally. Like we've got some friends over there, and it seems like we're going to get together and do something really cool. And that's even more important than just like, the name Metal Blade. You know what I mean? Because you can sign to a label that's maybe they sound big, maybe they have a lot of money and stuff, but if the connection's not there and like the vision's not there for everybody working together in a cohesive way, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you're very right about that. And, Naveen and I sat down earlier this year when we were talking about labels, and we literally went through every metal label that we could imagine, and we went through their roster. And we just looked at their roster, and we were like, we asked each other, what bands... like, what roster of bands do we actually feel like we totally fit in with? And this
or who
was
we
before,
like want to be associated with.
This was before, the options were there.
Well, actually, it started before that. We were thinking, are we self-releasing this album or are we putting it out on a label?
Yeah.
And then we had like the most stripped down, like honest talk in our kitchen over there. We were like, I just said, okay, let's just cut through all the bullshit. Forget about all the bullshit, all of our opinions.
Any opinion.
Forget about the opinions. And I was like, all right, big bands. Are they on a label or not on a label? Right? Because we were leaning towards self-releasing, right?
Yeah, we really were.
We're like, we can do it however we want, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, well, let's really think about this.
Well, and if you guys remember, we put out a single called Remember Your Dust ourselves.
That's right. So we had done that, and that was cool. We could, we know how to do it. But like I said, we had an honest conversation. Let's look at some of the bigger bands. Are they on a label? Not on a label. Self-release. They're by and large on a label, right?
Totally.
That's kind of hard to argue with. You got your fluke bands that are really hype and they're doing it super sick and they're self-release. That's great. Power to them. Is every band going to do that? Are the odds in your favor if you do that? Probably not. So we're like, okay, the bigger bands, are they on a label? Yes. Okay, we got that under the way. So let's sign to a label, right? Because honestly, this year we've been trying to just cut out all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying, Shani?
Yeah.
Like, forget about the bullshit. Just look at the fact of the situation.
Exactly.
Rather than like all of our speculation and opinion. And it's like, how often do people do that, right?
Yeah, and what you're saying is that's how we've been trying to direct our band and our lives.
Yeah, 100%.
We want to take the speculation out of our and with making decisions like that about our band, it's not. We've been with the speculation. It's like taking our emotional attachment out of it, taking the emotions out of it. What do I,
what would be the coolest thing in my mind? Like, forget about that.
However, what I will say is that what would be the coolest thing in my mind is what we did.
Definitely, but I think it took an honest look at cutting through all the bull.
Yeah.
Right? Because we had a lot of different ideas. Like,
absolutely.
it would be, because it would be so sick to put out all of our own shit and blah, 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 which would be cool. I'm not saying it's not cool.
I mean, if you guys have listened to the podcast for a while, it's something that we've literally just wrestled in our minds with back and forth on the podcast and in real life. We've wondered, well, real life is the podcast for us, honestly. It's no different, but we've wondered.
We're making that clear tonight.
Yeah. We've wondered, does it make the most sense for us to do this by ourselves? Does it make the most sense for us to do it on a label? And, we go back and we went back and forth with it for a year.
Right. But so I think a lot of musician-y creative types are kind of like that, right? They'll
absolutely
kind of overthink everything and try to figure out every
angle.
Well,
because there are a lot of advantages to both sides. And that's the hard part, is that you can take independently releasing things and you can just name a million things that are great about it. And you can take releasing things with a label and name a million things that could be great about it. And that's what the argument back and forth, the mind argument back and forth is full of.
Exactly.
Is there are all of these great parts of being signed and there are all of these great parts of releasing things unsigned, but which holds the greater value? And it's not monetary. It's not monetary, and it has more to do with what will help more in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, the music business, quote unquote, is uncertain. So really what you're trying to do is simply stack the odds in your favor.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
That said, you look at the people who have stacked the odds in their favor, and you're like, all right, well, we should probably do what they're doing.
Or the people who haven't, and say, well, we should avoid doing that.
Don't do what they're doing, right? It's pretty simple. If you remove all of your projections onto it, right? So that's exactly what we did. We said, are the bigger bands on a label or not? Okay, they're on a label. All right, well, which labels are they on? Well, they're on Nuclear Blast. They're on Metal Blade.
They're on Napalm.
Yeah, there's a handful.
And we're talking about the labels that are within our realm.
Exactly. I mean,
things.
We
play progressive death metal, for the record.
Yeah. So don't come at me with some other label that I don't even know about. I know about metal stuff. That's what I'm into.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, well, let's go ahead and look at those labels, rosters, and see which one contains the highest amount of bands that we want to be like.
Yeah.
And for us, that was Metal Blade.
100%, 150%.
So that night, this is like a 10-minute ordeal.
Yeah.
And honestly, at that point, I was like, okay, Metal Blade, that's what we need to do. Let's go after Metal Blade. And that's what we did, and it fucking worked out.
Yeah.
So that's Naveen's tips to success. But yeah, fortunately for us, they heard a couple songs of our new material and they were feeling it. They're kind of feeling our energy, if you will. So we think it's going to be a great
and
pairing.
Naveen has drummed for 90% of the bands that are signed to Metal Blade. So
a couple of them. Yeah.
This would be a good idea.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, they've heard a couple of songs from the new record and they liked them. And we put out a teaser today.
Yes.
In case you guys did not see that, we put it out on our Facebook. I believe it's on Metal Blade's channel, both of our pages. We shared it on the KoperCrabb page.
It's all over the internet.
We're really proud of it, and that's what we were talking about last week, that we had been working so hard to shoot. We shot that ourselves. We took our promo photo ourselves, and we're both really proud of them.
Yep.
Because they're the first things that we've really produced in that way for our band. Yeah. And I think that it's the beginning of something really cool.
Well, I think Cheney and I were kind of trying to expand our creative endeavors, and we want to get into making music videos.
Yeah.
So I think with the teaser, it was kind of like our first like official stab at making like a finished video product, if you will.
Yeah.
And even though it's 30 seconds long, I think it's pretty sick. And I think it came out rad.
I do too.
There's a drone shot in there. You know,
yeah.
What up? Just saying.
Yeah. And there's a little David Lynch love in there.
So. It's kind of, like a little it's just creepy, weird kind of video. And yeah, we're stoked on it.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, I mean,
just definitely check it out.
And also thank you guys so much for all of the support that you've given us, and really everything that you listen to our podcast, that you listen to our music.
Yeah.
Because without all of that, we wouldn't be able to be talking about being signed to Metal Blade or doing any of this. And that's really true.
Yeah. We would, I mean, there isn't anything without
having
the people who support us.
It's really true.
So we owe it all to you guys, and more than anything, we are just grateful about everything that's happening.
Absolutely.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, we wanted to make tonight's episode kind of short and sweet and have a little toast.
Checking in.
Yeah.
Toasting with you guys.
Yeah, so let's do a toast.
Do a toast.
This one is with you guys too. I know that some of you guys listen to this stuff in the morning. It's a little clank.
Yeah,
Thank you guys so much.
Shane and I will both be at work tomorrow morning. When this comes out, we're both going to be at work.
We're both going to be at work.
We feel your guys' pain.
We really do. Thank you guys so much for supporting us, for listening to us, for just being a part of it. It really means a lot to us, and this is really a big moment for us because we've been a band for 6 years. We started the band as a full band. Naveen and I, a year ago, decided that we would be the only two members of the band. And I don't it was really like unknown territory.
Definitely.
That we went into.
100%.
And the only way that we've continued to make this an upward thing is because people like you guys support us and are down and want to listen to what we put out, and we're really forever in debt to you guys, and just really thank you so much for
100%.
being a part of this whole thing.
100%.
It means the fucking world to us. So cheers again.
Yeah, cheers to you guys. Next week you'll get an actual episode, not some fucking total bullshit episode. Actually, one more thing I wanted to say was Cheney was cleaning up our closet and found a box of the original Entheos release, Primal. So
we only have 30 of them left.
There's like a half box of them left. So.
I think we started off, we had like 100 of that, or we had a certain amount of them left, and a lot of people bought some, and now there are literally 30 left, and that's all that there will ever be of that press.
Yeah.
The next time we put out Primal, we're going to try to do something way different with different art. So if you want it, go and buy one of those.
The original. This is the second pressing, but honestly, like half of the CDs got like destroyed on the first pressing because I left the trailer door open.
I totally forgot about this.
Yeah, remember that? I accidentally didn't close the trailer, and we were on tour, and we drove away, and all the Primal CDs fell out of the back and just all over the road. So I mean, this is kind of like the first pressing.
I know, probably. I think that there were 1,000 in each pressing, and out of the first one, like, I don't know, 200,
couple hundred got
250, 300 got fucked up.
Yeah,
because of Naveen. We were in Texas. You left the door open that day. I remember we had left a person's house, but yeah.
It was really dumb. Also, we got these. Shane and I are like the KoperCrabb ink sticker. Okay, check that out.
Yeah, we'll send you one.
Shane, what's KoperCrabb ink?
That's the company that we run.
Yeah, so that's our conglomerate.
That's the conglomerate.
We're gonna start doing a lot of stuff with that. So I don't know if we really want to get into all that, but
no, fuck it. Thank you guys so much. We're signed to Metal Blade. It's a Metal Blade Wednesday, baby.
Hell yeah.
And our new album is not coming out until 2022, which was a hard pill for us to swallow.
Well, that's how it's been with every album, dude. Every album, when they tell me when it's coming out, I'm like, oh my God, that's like never. But honestly, this time it's not really bugged me. I'm just like, okay, that's when it's coming out. Whatever.
You know what's cool about this record, though? We haven't told y'all who's going to mix it, which is someone really fucking sick.
Yeah.
We haven't told you guys who's doing the album art, which is someone really sick.
What about who's playing bass?
We haven't told you guys who's playing bass, which is someone
so
really sick.
There's more
and honestly, he
through.
just turned in the entire bass, all of the bass last week.
Bass.
I wanted to cry when I listened to the full album all the way through because I hadn't heard all of the tracked guitars that Naveen had done. And neither of us had heard all of the bass. And
it was a good time.
I shed a tear. So
yeah.
I'm just saying.
All right. Well, we apologize for the worst episode ever. I know we had another episode that was entitled Worst Episode Ever.
This one won't be titled Worst Episode.
Yeah. But anyway.
But it is.
Right on. Thanks, you guys. We wanted to check in, give you guys the update. And yeah.
Have a good week, you guys. Seriously, thank you so much. Keep ripping it.
Keep ripping it, dude.
Cheers.
We love you, motherfuckers.
Cheers, motherfuckers.
Cheers. Peace out.
Cuppa.